There's two ways to win in Archaic Realms. The first one's the RCP race, Realm Control Points. We covered that in the What is Archaic Realms video. This one we're talking about today is the faction objective, which is a separate way to win the game. So the card itself isn't in your deck, it's face up so everyone can see it, and there's a list of objectives that are on there, right? So we're going to go through what the card looks like and what the objectives are. So when you complete all the objectives, you win the game. It's a bit harder to do than a Realm Control Point race because it's a clear condition that everyone knows that if you complete, you'll win. And this is the faction objective. So the faction objective prints across 2 cards. We really want these cards to build into the world building side of stuff. All right, so you can see here, this is the Divine faction, right? So you've got the name at the top, and then just mostly a card artwork for this with the suggested marks and the faction objective is. And on the right, you've got complete all the win conditions to win the game, right? And then it's listed all the different kind of win conditions that you need. And you can see on the right here, there's realm control points for completing that condition. So 2 of them contain realm control points. The other one here gives you draw 2 cards, and then the others don't give anything. There's a reason behind that, and we'll explain that as we go through this video. So if you complete all 6, you win the game. So why aren't all 6 conditions worth realm control points? And it's only just 2 of them. So 3 give rewards and 3 don't. The reason for that is like the balance of the card. If every condition was a realm control point, you would just hit them one after the other. The idea is that the 3 that aren't worth anything are kind of sacrifices that you need to make within the game. If your opponent's going for a realm control point race and you're going for the faction objective, those 3 unrewarded conditions are going to be taxing for your game style, but you need to do them to complete it and to win the game. So your strategy throughout will change. The idea is that maybe your realm control point race isn't working out and you shift to your faction objective or the other way around. All right, so we'll step through. Ascendancy of the Plaza Gates is the Divine faction, right? So you complete all the conditions to win the game. So it gives you a clear coverage of what you need to do. And if we step through them, cast 4+ spells in a single turn, trigger a cult 10+ times this game, control 3+ exalted allies simultaneously. So all of these have a clear description of what you need to do, and then the reward for the top 3 that you get for completing each one. And then on the left here, there's a little icon that references the card types that you have in your deck. So to complete that condition, you're going to have to use those card types. The 2 realm control points there, they're the major rewards that you get for those 2 conditions. And then there's the draw 2 cards, which is a minor reward. So those rewards will change through faction objectives. There'll be different rewards that kind of fit the theme of the style of the faction objective as well. So you do all of that, bang, you win the game, right? So we progress through some of these easier than others, but you want to try and tick them off if you are focused on the faction objective as your main priority, or you might just by doing the realm control point race, you might just by chance get some of these ticked off as well. Your opponent can see this card the entire game. The main point of this is like the counterplay is pretty obvious. That's why the faction objective is trickier than realm control point race, because your opponent knows exactly what's on the card and what needs to happen, and they can see your board state. So they can start pinging allies and destroying them, so you can't hit a certain threshold, deny some of your spells to stop you from hitting a certain amount per turn. It can become really just a frustrating way to win, but if you tune your deck correctly, it will be a lot easier than the realm control point race. So there's an element of strategy around it that we're really focused on, that we want. And that's why we think the face up, it matters, because it's not hidden, it's a surprise win condition, it's declared, and the entire game flows through it. So every faction in Archaic Realms gets one. When the game ships, we'll have 12 in total, 2 per faction core set, so that you can play entirely within the game, just 1 core set. They are themed to the heroes that are included in the faction core sets as well. So the one that we just went through, the Ascendancy of the Plaza Gates, that one's for spellcasting and spell slinging within the Divine faction. And then there's another kind of playstyle in Divine that we will reveal later, but that faction objective will match that kind of playstyle. So we're going to do more card reveals coming up. So if you want to start to see the Shadow faction objective, that's going to drop soon. So subscribe to the channel, like all our socials and follow us. Jump into the Discord as well, because we'll do the card reveals in there first. So that's the faction objective. 2 ways to win, 1 card that decides the game. We'll see you next week.